Why, hello there. Welcome. I'm gonna draw some stuff. I feel like there was something more ceremonious that I used to do at the beginning of the stream. But it's been a long time. We're just gonna go for it. So a little bit lower.
All these men waiting things to me. And then I go home and I listen to the men. What is it when you rock and rollers? You can perform for 1,000 people and you can't be honest with one.
Let's go with this. Hello, Johnny. Welcome. Guess these are probably gonna both be a little bit wavy. I could have that break, but I don't think I want to. Something like this, I think. that hair in a little bit. Turnip, hello. How are you? And then I guess probably could figure out like some bushes or something. Some clouds or something. Some like general background kind of shapes. Been a rough week. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I've been okay. Been a boring week, but not like anything super duper tough necessarily, which is kind of nice. So now I need to figure this out a little more concretely. A little more like this, I guess. Roby, hello, welcome. How are you? Probably needs to be like that a little bit more. Working on stuff? Nice, nice. Brian, hello, welcome. It is currently nighttime here, but thank you. Good, whatever time it is for you as well. I'm gonna give him tank top here. small. It's morning? Nice. Any specific tip? No. I don't. I just have the default thingy. I used to use one of those, like, paper-like screen protector things. But there was, like, an air bubble somewhere over here, and it was bothering me, so I just took it off, and so now I don't have anything on my screen, which maybe isn't wise, depending on who you ask, but I'm not super bothered by it, so I don't do anything aftermarket-y with my iPad at all. It's just the default 2Ls, but sometimes Procreate doesn't want to listen to my gestures, so maybe I should have been using a screen protector. I'm not sure. What is this? Hose work. I think it's going to be like that. And thumb is on the outside. Rarely use it outside. I mean, I take it with me to work every day, but I don't generally use it unless I'm at home most of the time. There's no way that this arm is gonna look not weird, I think. Unfortunately for me. I can come further down this way though, to make it kind of make a little more sense. When are we gonna get an update on the drama? We are doing some drama right now. This is Tank getting dunked on by everyone's favorite antagonist. Something about this whole section feels off. I want to bend this knee a little bit less, so I need to not have these touching for a second. Now I can bring it a little closer. Because I want these to overlap some, but it's a little too much. This arm needs to be further down this way, I think. And I think I'm gonna rotate him a little this way. Call TMZ. Oh no. He is in fact literally getting dunked on. Relby, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Apparently it's like September or something. Twitch sent me an email that was like, hey, you should stream some more. I was like, you don't know my life, Twitch. Can't tell me what to do, Bezos. But then here I am streaming, so maybe it worked. Same. It was like, I'm not really in this for that, guys, but I can appreciate that you want me to stream some more. I think his head might be too small still. But I don't want to make it too big and then he looks like a big baby. But I think no matter what I do from this perspective, it's going to be a little bit weird. Yin Yang, hello. Something like that, I guess. Some like drawstrings on his shorts so that you can get a little bit of movement there. And I'll do a color for the background. Let's do this color. Okay. I was debating on if I wanted to like have him shattering the backboard because that would be very dramatic, but also so many tiny shards of glass I would have to draw. I'm just gonna stick with the not shattered backboard. Because we live for the drama, but also I ain't got time for all that. Just gonna draw this even though I don't think I'm gonna actually see it at any point, but just in case. Isn't he a big baby? He's a big baby. I'm just gonna sort of roughly and loosely put some bushes in here. Some buildings. And maybe some clouds. Just a couple of cloudy boys. I'm not gonna worry about that one. Make a shards of glass brush. I could, but making that brush would take longer than actually just drawing the shards of glass at this point, I think. Unfortunately. That's usually like my dilemma for making brushes that do stuff that save me time, is that I don't often make brushes. So by the time I figure out how to do the thing that it's supposed to be saving me time for, I would have already had time to do the thing. So in the end, it doesn't really save me anything. I want his leg to kind of be like it's pointing outward. But from this angle, that might be a little hard to decipher. I don't know. We'll see. Plenty to recommend. I understand. And I agree, it was amusing. Do I want this there? Probably not. Not that dramatically anyway. 2, 3. Bring this over here a little more. Oops. I guess that's fine. Like this, but also like this. Yeah. So how do I want to actually start this? I guess I'll do it the way I just did it with the sketches. It's probably fine. Turn off all the other stuff so I don't get as confused. I'm just going to be a little fast and loose here with some of these details because otherwise I'll be doing this like for a very, very long time and I don't want to do that. So I think I'm going to do these lines a little more like a pen or a brush drawing. They're a little more rough and gestural. I'll let it work and just draw boys. If I could, I would. Oh. This whole zone is like in some shadows. This leg is going to be in front of that one. So I have to figure out how I want these like ants to work. I guess like that is fine. Yeah, I guess that's fine. It's like drawstrings of wildly different sizes, but it's all about the emotion. the feeling, the experience of getting dunked on. I don't play a ton of basketball, so I've never actually been dunked on, but I imagine this is what it feels like. Now I gotta close this shape all the way. I think I want this to come further that way. Actually, now that I'm looking at it. I forgot to turn on my stretch alarm. I'm gonna stretch, but while I do that, I'm gonna blow out this candle because it smells like way too much cinnamon in my room right now. Hold on. Plug my headphones back in. There we go. I feel like I'm just constantly surrounded by cables when I'm streaming. Because the headphones I use are wireless, but my microphone has like a little spot for headphones so I can monitor the sound. I have like headphones on and also headphones in. It's a lot. Adept, hello. Welcome. I hope your exam went well. That's fine. Didn't study. I feel you. I'm the type of person who didn't usually study. I just like crammed in the moments before a test began. I was like, I hope this is enough. So I didn't retain a ton of knowledge for things when they were like exam related, but my short-term memory was out of control. I hope that's enough for that, because that's all I'm doing. Nah, it's fine. I don't fully know if I completed this shape everywhere, so I'm just going to fill this in manually. Got a big old tangent right there, but it's fine. Nathan, hello. Welcome. Oop. And I guess I do need to kind of figure out his whole base situation here. Something like that, I guess. Unfortunately, because I changed his hair, I can't hide the fact that I don't know how this head shape would go exactly. Usually, that would be the perfect reason to have a character have long hair. I'm gonna draw his hairline on a new layer though. I can generally figure out where this is gonna be. Like that, I guess. It's too thick compared to the other one. I guess. Yes. Needs to come out a little further, I think. Key, hello. Welcome. I've been alright. How are you? I guess that's fine. I think his hand needs to be turned a little, actually, unfortunately for me. Actually, that kind of worked out. It worked, kinda. Mindless, hello. What size is my iPad? 10.9 inches, I think. The size that's not the big one, but still is an iPad Pro. But it's an older one. It's one from like, when is this from? 2017? Something like that. There are in fact different sizes, Ropey. It's true. Alright, I think that's fine for him. I'll come in here and add in a little more detail in terms of the weight of these lines. It'll do some of the heavy lifting for me when I get to the shadows and stuff. If I get to the shadows and stuff, I don't know. What time is it? 9? I could maybe do shadows and stuff today. I've been kind of wanting to do not shadows for things, though. Because A, it feels easier, and B, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes sometimes it's just kind of nice to do something different, you know? Bring that down a little further. Forgot how 9 this was. Oh, how nice. I understand. Wait, I still didn't put on the stretch timer. Dang. Alright, I'll have to do that in a couple of minutes. Alright, I was gonna do like that little bone that's like right here, but it's starting to irritate me, so maybe I'm just not gonna do it. Maybe he's just not there. What about that? I do kind of want it to be there though. I don't know. I don't know. This whole arm is a little weird, to be honest. I don't really have reference for this. So hopefully it looks okay. That's how I'm drawing it. Want this to be a little bit thinner. And with this line. Free therapy. I am not a therapist, but I appreciate that you enjoy the vibe. I've seen like people who are therapists on Twitch before, and I think that's really cool and interesting. They're like willing to give advice and stuff in their free time to folks on Twitch. Such an interesting concept. I'm gonna keep this, but I don't have to do it again later. I'll just kind of clean it up a little. Self-medicate with boys. Oh no. Nah, it's fine. Wanna go into psychiatry? That's cool. I always thought that would be very interesting to try, but I'm constantly worried that I would somehow mess up somebody's life forever. So that's not the thing for me. I'm willing to listen to folks, but like, I always hate trying to give advice. I was debating on if I wanted to actually fill in some of these shadow shapes here. I've decided I will. Probably not all the way. All of them. I guess. That's fine. Nice jam, hello. So now we got... what? Do the background next, because otherwise I will forget about it. Honestly, I think I could probably get away with, like, just doing some general colors here. Let's go with this palette for this, I think. Roll up. There we go. We'll do like a mixture of these two. Start with like this color, I guess. A bit higher up than that. This color next. Ah. This color. This color. When I told you to become a hobo, when did I tell you to become a hobo? I don't recall giving hobo advice. Ah, why did that happen? One of these lines isn't closed. This one. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was playing Route 96 a lot. You talking about hobos kind of reminded me of like the idea of hitchhiking and how interesting it is, and how I wish it was like a safe thing to do. But it certainly is not, which is unfortunate. Because that game makes it seem like there's like a lot of very interesting stories that you could come across that way, and a lot of interesting people you could meet. But that's not a safe plan at all for anybody, probably. Let's fill this with these colors. That is too dark. This, I think, maybe. Knapsack. I don't know where you got that from. That could be anyone's knapsack, Your Honor. My favorite character that I've drawn? That's a difficult question. Because I love all these boys. It usually changes, like, depending on the mood, and that's usually the one that I draw that day. You know what I mean? This is a clipping mask. But yeah, I enjoy all the boys. Don't make me, what's the Sophie's Choice them? I don't want to Sophie's Choice my boys. Or, what's a more recent example? Oh, what was that weird movie on Netflix? The Killing of the Sacred Deer? That thing? Don't make me do that thing. I feel like there's gotta be a more, like, understandable reference, because I feel like that movie might be kind of obscure. Based on the title alone. It's a really weird movie, though, if you haven't seen it. I recommend checking it out just for the sake of how weird it is. Everyone sort of speaks to one another, like all of the characters in the film interact in such a way that it's like imagine a film was made by aliens who didn't fully understand how humans talk, but they made a movie about humans speaking to one another like a lot, and that's how everybody kind of acts in that movie, where they just sort of say things as matter-of-factly as possible. That seems fine. These are some clouds. Next, some buildings, I think. Go with this color. This is the part where perspective would come in handy. But to do the actual perspective, would be annoying to me, so I'm not doing it. This. Pretty sure that's Bambi. I mean, I guess you're not wrong there. Down a little. Get a new one. What I think I'll do is actually just sort of fill these in now. And then fix the shape after. Like that. Easy peasy. What was I gonna do? Oh. This color. Something like that. I don't know if that's actually going to do anything for me here, but oh well. Buildings. Building. Good enough. I'm not being too particular about those buildings, by the way, because I'm gonna cover most of them up with like leaves and stuff. Let's go with this color. And I'm just gonna kind of bounce the pen along the page here. Bear boy, hello. I am alright, how are you? Something like that, I guess. This isn't the right color. Let's try this color. That's a little better. Turn this down just so I can kind of see where everything else is. Now that I know that this color is generally what I want. This is the sort of thing that makes me want like an actual brush for an iPad, because when you do this sort of thing with like an actual brush, it looks a lot more convincing and it's a lot easier to do, I guess. Oh wait, this is the same as the building color, isn't it? Let me turn the thingy off. And turn this off. Yeah, that's fine. Oops, I didn't change the color and I thought I changed the color. Let's go with that. Turn the thing back on. New Cecil's got you excited. So the thing about Cecil is, to me, this has always been Cecil. It's just that I haven't really gotten to draw him that way yet. So Cecil has always been this guy in my head. So I don't want anyone to think that because of the new haircut he is suddenly evil. He has always been this way. I just haven't gotten around to drawing him doing evil things yet. I'll do one more of these because it's fun to do. I didn't want this on the darken layer, but that's where I'm at right now, so it's gonna be where I go for a sec. And again, I'm just sort of randomly skipping my pen across the canvas here to get some sort of random shadowy bits. Make it look like random leaves or whatever. Yeah. Bushes. What comes next? The ground, I guess. Let's go. I guess just this for the ground. Needs to be darker. Make it a little redder as well. Oh, too dark and too red. That seems better. There we go. Seesaw sees strictly for the drama and also your heart. I mean, I guess? Misunderstood with sociopath. I guess, yeah. You're not entirely wrong. Alright, so now I'm kind of doing the same thing I did with the bushes, but I like to do this for my ground textures a lot, where I'm literally just gonna be overlapping layers of various opacity to give a sort of texture to the ground, so it's not just like a flat shape. Because then when I come in and do like these kind of lines and things, actually, where is... I need... This might be okay, actually. Yeah. No. There we go. Okay, just needs to be bigger. So sort of varying the pressure with which I'm pressing down on the screen. I'm wanting to say paper. You guys know what I mean, though. Get rid of this one up here. Yeah. Sure. I think there's a line that goes this way. Yeah. I'm trying to now recall how basketball courts are laid out from memory. And I'm 90% sure this is like how this goes. But I feel like there's definitely room for error here. The other one would be like way over here somewhere, so I can't really draw it, unfortunately. But that's good enough, I guess. And I guess I'll make that clipping mask too. This is the ground. Ground. Okay. So I am gonna need not this layer, but this layer up here for a second. Put this on multiply so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Turn on that drawing assist for a sec. Oh no, I have the wrong brush. My Procreate tip of the day, you quickly swap brushes. Your eraser or your brush that you're using is different from the other thing. You tap and hold, it swaps between them. So like if my eraser that I'm on right now is a different type of brush than the brush that I want to be using, if I am on the eraser and I press and hold on the brush, it uses the same brush that I was using for the eraser to be the brush that I'm using as the brush. It's very helpful when you're swapping brushes all over the place, you know? This a little smaller though, so that I can come up in here and do that. The angle of this is not quite right, unfortunately for me. Oh no. Needs to be just ever so slightly more vertical. This is still also probably wrong, but am I that upset about it? The answer is no. Not really. Part of me kind of likes it this way because it's like more dramatic and stuff, but Gilbear. Thank you for the follow, Gilbear. I appreciate it. And I hope you're having a wonderful time wherever it is that you are. This is mostly going to get covered by foreground elements. So I'm not terribly worried about like how some of these corners kind of extend past where they're supposed to go. All I really care about here is that these lines are relatively parallel. And that this box is like kind of sort of the size I want it to be. That's about it. Everything else can just kind of exist. It's just gonna get covered by other stuff. I think there's also like an outer border on basketball hoops or something sometimes, so I'm gonna draw one of those, even though I'm not sure if it needs to be here, but it'll help to differentiate this from the things that are behind it, so I'm gonna do it. And just like that, I can tell you that this is wrong. All that adjusting I just did. It's a little more helpful when you have lines you can actually see. What color do I want the lines to be? This is my next question. I guess I'll just go with this darker color still. I'll make this a little bit darker. And what I'm gonna do is just draw a circle. An ellipse, I guess. To make sure that this is the right shape. What I don't want is this like tangent that keeps happening here. I may need to adjust his hands later too, unfortunately for me. I'm gonna bring this down some, I think. Yeah, if that's there, then this needs to go higher, because the hoop... Oh, no! No, stop it. I want to zoom out. But the hoop would be, like, about here. With that. So that needs to be a little higher. Done at least one sport. This is accurate so far. Thanks for your belief in me. So I guess now I do actually have to kind of care about this corner a little bit. What a tragedy. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna go with like a very bright color for this net, I guess. Oh boy. Let me get rid of this line, because that doesn't need to go there. But we do want one here and one here. Kind of like this, kind of like that. Do I need to be doing the ones behind him? Not really. No, I do not. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Ugh. What a jumble of nonsense. Good night, Yin Yang. Sleep well and stuff. I want this to basically be that same color as the thingy behind him. I don't want it to get lost. So I guess we'll go with that. I'll just use this for the hoop color. Why not? something like this. Again, I'm just kind of scribbling here. So it's not that important. I'm gonna make all these clipping masks on to the backboard so that I can just do one shadow layer on top of everything and not really have to worry about it. I need the like post thing, I guess, but I think it's mostly gonna get covered up. I'm not super worried about it right now. Making sure. Oh no, the thing I was trying to make sure. I want to make sure those are all filled so that when I fill this in, that thing that just happened doesn't happen, is what I was going to say. But then it happened, so oh well. Bad so sad, you know? That's what the undo button is for. This. It's probably a little too dark. It's probably fine. It's a shadow you're not really gonna see, but oh well. Oh no, I hit the mic. What is, oh, that's right, I have a, I was like, what is this line that's here? It's because I have this other sketch layer still turned on. I don't really need any more at this point, so I'm gonna move it back down to the bottom you go. Oh. Wanted that to say sky, not sketch. Okay. I guess that's about all I need for the background for now. Just gonna call that board. And these are all the background. Wow. Okay, so I have to fix this arm. To be about there. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. That's much too big. That's too small. Hey, we got a Goldilocks. Goldilocks is kind of a wild story when you think about it. I guess maybe not like the story itself is wild, but the fact that you're supposed to side with Goldilocks in that story is what's wild about it. Like, she just busts up into this family's home and starts complaining about all the things that they have not being right for her, the person who doesn't live there. And it's like, what are you doing? What are you actually even... What's happening with you? First example of white privilege. I mean... Okay, so... Just to make sure everything is the same color. What did I just do? Thought I hit fill layer, but I must have hit clear. And that's like the opposite thing of what I wanted to happen there. Let me just fill in this boy now before I forget about it. It is a super weird story when you think about it, Ice Jam. But I suppose that's the case for like most fairy tales, right? They're all just so strange. I want to attribute that mostly to like the super old ones, at least, being like somehow related to the fact that they would have been retold so many times and just like stuff changes eventually. So at some point it probably made more sense than it does now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this kind of simple as far as like lighting and stuff goes. Maybe I will do a shadow layer, but I'm probably not gonna do a lot with it. Only reason you'd side with her is because she's human, I guess. But even still, that's like a stretch, I think. Because even then, it's like, what are you doing, girl? You know that's not your house. There are bear pictures all over the walls. To be a little more careful with the line over by the hoop. There isn't actually a line there on this layer that I'm currently drawing on. Or drawing under, I should say. Let's put this color. And this color? This color. I'm being very sloppy with these because they're just going to get blurred. Those are going to go over every other color to sort of make this fit a little better in the scene. Because I'm lazy and bad at colors. That off. Turn this on. And since this boy's in the foreground, we can get a lot thicker with these here outlines. To sort of convey that he's closer to us. Unfortunately for me, means I have to pay a little more attention to the line weight of things. Very few fairy tales with good life lessons. I mean, I guess it depends on what the lesson is, right? Or what it's meant to be, I suppose. It's all about interpretation. Unfortunately, I'm covering up a lot of this foot here, which is a bummer because I thought it came out pretty okay. Usually I hate the way I draw like feet and shoes. Oh. It's like I know I'm forgetting something, but I don't know what it was. And then to further separate this from everything else, what I'm gonna do is make sure that the line outlining everything on this boy is like extra thick. Also kind of gives me a chance to go through and make sure I clean up the lines for everything else. Takeru, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it immensely. Could have spent that money anywhere, you spent it here. What a kind and generous soul. Oh wait, I forgot about the stretch thing again. Hold on. Let me do that now and then actually set my timer. Okay. Good enough. Oof. Yeah, that's fine. Let's fill in some color. I'm just gonna make it like very obvious because it's way easier that way. Sometimes I forget that I have this power. I can use whatever color I want and then just change it later. I can do anything. Whoa. Sometimes how I did that extra thick line separating him from everything else. Sometimes I'll do that on a separate layer and then I can just very easily fill in everything like a paint bucket situation. But there isn't like so much of him that it would have been a huge pain to do, so just did it that way. Tank did in fact get dunked on. That is what is happening here. Actually, that reminds me, I need to draw a basketball. Let's put it like here. Do the horizontal first, I guess. This color. Turn this layer off again. Let me try this. Yeah. Yeah. Good enough. Yeah. Basketball. Ball. Oh wait, this is also part of the ball. Ball. Okay, so now back to what I was doing. Where was that color? This color. Something like that, I guess. Make sure that shape is full. I'm going to try and kind of pick colors that fit this palette a little bit, but I also am probably just going to stick with the usual kind of colors for the both of them. Silver, hello! You have in fact been missing a stream, I guess, kind of technically. This background music sounds suddenly louder because there are lyrics. Is it just me? Kind of funny that that's like a thing that happens. I've been alright, Silver. How have you been? Might not be dark enough, so maybe I'll come back and change it. Ah. Why? Oh. What if red though? That's fine. Dropped off art for an art show? That's cool. I hope the show goes well. Is it like in a gallery space kind of deal? I haven't been to an art gallery in so long now that I'm thinking about it. Wow. I need to correct that. Used to go a lot. But that was like back in school when I was like friends with like fine artists who actually had stuff in galleries and stuff. I haven't really had a need to go to an art show in a while. It's a real tragedy, honestly. Finished 3 pieces today. Nice. Glad that you got them done. I'm assuming you got them done. But even if it was just like one of them, I'm proud of you. You did it. You accomplished your goal. At least in a small way. Still debating on if I want to do a ton of shadows for this, so I'm not going to do that on him yet. Just to make sure I have that as the right color. Art gallery event next week. Oh man, that's great. Those two little gradients help so much with like bringing this down to match the vibe. Wait, that's his eyebrow. That don't go there. It's like a tangent though. I'm not gonna fix it now because we've gone too far. But yeah, so his hair would stick out like a lot more if I didn't have these on top. Like that to kind of knock it down a little bit more. Something like here, something like here. Okay. Okay.